Hi everyone, today we're going to talk a little bit about how I have decided to change how I live a little bit with when it comes to negativity, and I want to live a more positive life. I've always been a negative person, and I don't never meant to be a negative person, but I didn't realize how low and dark my thinking used to be. Everything bothered me, everything triggered me. I had that pity party life. Why does everything have to happen to me? I allowed other people to have my power for too long. I believed in them when they told me I was stupid, I was ugly, you're fat, no good, all that kind of stuff. And yes, I've had this said to me, not just by strangers, but family members, friends, and I allowed it. And I lived in such a horrible state of mind that I know that I've created the life that I've created. And I'm no longer accepting that. So I have been taking the last few years, I had reconnected with a high school, I would say acquaintance. We had different lives back then. I was a very quiet, very, very introverted person. So, didn't really get to know her, but now we are like soulmates. I know we met at the right time, but gosh, I wish I had known her, got to know her more back then. But, and we got on this improving ourselves and law of attraction, and then moved to law of assumption. And as I am learning to navigate my spiritual side, I have come to realize that a lot of my the events that happen in my life is because they are just a reflection of my self-concept, and it's time to really work hard on changing that, because I know that I have a better life ahead of me. I know, and I'm not going to say I'm not going to have my days where it's like, oh, I'm not sure about this. And, you know, changing yourself is not easy. Changing, especially your thoughts that you've had since you were 8 years old, it's not easy. But I have got to let go of things that happened to me in the past, and I gotta let it go, because otherwise it has too much power over me, and that's giving my power back to the people who hurt me in the begin with, and I cannot and will not allow that. So I've had to make a decision that things have got to change: what I watch, how I speak, and how much I get myself involved in things that are just too negative. For example, and I'm not going to get into it too deep, because that's not what I don't want to make this political by any means, and I don't want to talk about politics, but it's a trigger for me. I get triggered so bad when people do party following, party bashing, let's tear down the other side to make my side look better type thinking. And I just can't allow myself to fall for that anymore, because it really bothers me when people will tear somebody else down to try and make themselves or whoever they're following look better. And that's not just that's with anything. I hate the trolls, and I don't hate the trolls. I hate that they can't see they are a reflection of what they're going through. Hurt people, and I have to monitor what I watch. I have to monitor what I get involved in. What conversations do I get involved in? So one of my rules now is I no longer will even begin to get into political talk. I never really have been, but it does trigger me from time to time, and I no longer am going to allow that. I will monitor, like on my Facebook page, I have a thing that monitors certain words and things like that. I need to keep my environment as positive and full of positive people as I can. Obviously, you're going to run across people, or, I can't control what other people think. What I control, though, is who I allow around me and what I allow myself to get involved in. And I no longer will do it. I will no longer engage in gossiping type talk. I will no longer engage in, I'm going to encourage you to be negative and mean towards anybody. Not that I ever did before, like mean, but I would get into this almost like patronizing agree with everything they say. And I don't want that for my friends either. So I am going to try to lead by example and not so much as, preach to them, but to show them that everything that happens to you, no matter what's going on in your life, we had a part in it. We have a part in it. And we can either allow our negativity to make things worse, or we can try to find positivity and make plans to go forward. We can't change things if we don't try to. We can't just, what's the word I'm looking for? If you always do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always gotten. And I lived my life for years, decades, of, well, why isn't anything changing for me? Because I'm not doing anything to change. So I'm hoping that I can bring more positivity along with my struggles, because let's be reality, losing weight is not easy. Changing your way of thinking is not easy. Trying to improve your mental health is not easy. But there's things that you can do to actually get you there. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but I am determined. I am determined to become a positive thinker. I want to be an encourager for others. And I want people to see, no matter how bad or how many times you fall down, you can get back up and still be successful in the end. I am determined to get this weight off. I am determined to lead a better life. I'm determined to be a happier person. I'm determined just, because I struggle with my age. I struggle that, gosh, you're 52 years old and this is your life. Yeah, it is, because I was not strong enough to stand up for myself. And well, I am 52 and I am now strong enough. So it's been tough, but when you live your whole life in negativity, I look back at my family and we struggled. We were lower middle class. Life was always a struggle, and it was hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. When all you're doing is working and trying to pay those bills, and you're not having a life that you want. But the thing is, you can have tough times. Some of the happiest people in the world are the poorest. It's just your perspective and how you look at life. Do I strive to be rich? You better believe I do. I don't believe money is evil. I believe money brings out the evil, or doesn't bring out the evil. I believe money kind of takes that mask off and shows your true personality. So I don't believe when people say money is the root of all evil. Do not believe that at all. Money did not make you act the way you act. You are responsible for the way you act, not money. I strive to be rich, but you know what though? Right now, I'm not rich. Doesn't mean I can't be happy, and I'm happy. But when you're struggling, it's a little bit hard sometimes not to fall in that poor me thing. But I'm not going to, because there's things that I am going to concentrate on, things I can be grateful for. We have a roof over my head. We have a cell phone. We have computers. Our bills are paid. Do we have any money to do anything else? Absolutely not. And that's okay for now, because I know this is not a permanent situation. If I choose it not to be. Now, if I want to dwell in the negativity and dwell in the poor me, then yeah, it could end up being but I'm not going to allow that. People can call this wackadoodie, whatever they want to call it. This is wacky belief, but you know what? This proof is in the pudding. And I've had more and more proof that your positive thinking makes an impact on what's going on around you. So that is what I'm going to be working on, and I want to be the proof. I want to be the proof to myself, and I want others to see me as an inspiration, not for vain reasons, but because I desire everyone to have the best life they could possibly have, even the people who are trollers, because you know why? Because they're not happy either, and I don't want people to live like that. I want everybody to be happy. I don't have to like you. I don't have to, like you's not the right word. You may not be the right fit in my life. It doesn't mean that I don't want you to be happy. And there's not a lot of people that I don't want in my life, but there are some. But I'm babbling now. My point is I want everybody to be happy, because the The more happy people are, the happier life in the world we can become. I truly believe that all the negativity is what's creating some of the problems that we're in right now. So, and I'm not going to be part of that. And I hope you're not either. So, I'm not saying that life is always going to be peachy and fine and fun and you're not going to have your hard times, but there are moments in time. We can't turn them into weeks, months, years, because it's not a way to live your life. At the end of the day, my life is over and I take my last moments of breath. I want to know that I did the best I can do and that I made an impact in the world, because right now I don't feel like I have an impact on the world because I have allowed myself to hide for far too long. So I've got some work ahead of me. I'm sorry this is so long, but I had to get it off my heart. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope that you try to do one positive thing today, even no matter how far down you feel, even if it's just going outside and just breathing in the air and just, thanking God for that breath or universe. I don't know how to put that because I'm more spiritual than I am religion, but whatever you believe in, just be grateful for the day. And I will talk to y'all soon. Bye bye.